down, you're really just looking to survive the team fight. So honestly, with the residual damage of Bristleback deals, with the amount of area damage you have, I don't think you're too concerned about this. We'll see. Maybe I'm underestimating Weaver a little bit, but I do find Weaver to be generically a hero with good, like, okay damage, but only good against hero that's really, really lack damage. Like, say, a Medusa, for example, who doesn't have much single target, you know? Or, like me, a Bloodseeker as well, you know? I'm like not really good because the matchup is terrible, but that's the whole point, right? I don't think Weaver is capable of outclassing a Bristleback. Yeah, they're asking SK kicked. Okay, so Eves is Yamsun. Okay, great.
No.
No, what? He's on vacation. Hostile, says Sammy Boy. All right. Bad boy. Oh, he's on vacation getting a visa.
I think that might be a meme.
Oh, because of Arlington Major?
Yes, and with all of TSM also kind of maybe going to the major.
Yeah, you know, I mean, TSM, do you think this major was not organized by the North American teams? Like, it's going to Arlington for a reason. They're actually the guys, Timado actually put on a mustache and is organizing the visa interviews.
Yeah, I mean,
all these teams.
Not that many people know this, but TSM actually stands for Team Stand in Major.
Yeah, very, very good one. I like that.
Very original.
Very original. I've never heard that one before.
I think I'm the very first person to have ever made that comment.
Oh, I apologize. Should I apologize for adding to it?
Maybe.
Like, I don't want to steal it.
Gubu, getting aggressive.
Gubu.
Pushed back by
Okay,
Sam. Somebody's going now these days.
Did you see this? They went for the first level Divine Favor. I think that's what it's called.
Yep.
Interesting. You go Holy Persuasion?
I feel like normally yes. Maybe you're concerned about how good Wyvern is in this lane.
I mean, a terrible Chen, but I swear to God, you go Holy Persuasion. I think Puppy just skips that level.
Listen, dude, I would not question Dubu.
No, I know. But the question is not so much like, is he stupid? The question is like, why? Why did he do it? Right? Yeah. I'm not trying to say Dubu's bad. I'm trying to say.
No, I understand.
Yeah, what's the logic behind it? I'm very fascinated.
Lots of healing. Starts with the headdress here for Timado. Maybe they're just concerned trying to out-heal the early few levels of
I don't think it's working. I think he's being run down. Oh no, Dubu. Stay in the trees. I wonder if creeps in this lane don't feel very strong.
I think it's really just for the early levels. What else did we see, right? Last game, the Winter Wyvern take an earlier point in the Cold Embrace than normal at level 2 to help the Bloodseeker.
Yeah, healing is being really highly valued. That's fair. That's fair.
No, I mean,
usually we saw Puppy, for example, going for Penitent, right? That was the common one. But I guess you don't have much kill potential this lane anyway.
Yeah, I agree with you. I'm starting to see a little bit of a pattern there, right? Level 1 Necro, make sure you can at least out-sustain. And I mean, so far so good, right? Divine Llama actually taking a bit of a beating.
Yeah, Timado. Usually level 1 Bristle's pretty bad though. Ghost Spray, there's no chance of you actually getting a kill.
Well, this headdress aura, of course, going to be increased a bit. And just buffed more, right?
No, the Divine Favor is just base armor.
No, I know. Well, HP regen as well.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
That's what I mean. So you just bolster it a little bit more with the Bristleback for this early healing?
Yeah, sure. No Viscous needs to go point early because they want to just play this defensively. In the off lane, we are seeing an attempt to move Meander's life, but they don't get him inside the cogs. I'm not going to blame Sandyboy for that one. I'm pretty sure he should have been inside those cogs. That was interesting.
Hard to tell from our perspective.
Oh, right, because we have Parallax.
With just a touch of ping as well. Bryle might be dead in the mid lane. The Eidolons, not enough damage.
He went back, actually, with a bottle charge. Bryle.
They do cancel bottle sips, though, so a sip not fully enjoyed by the puck against the Grand Master Enigma, pardon.
Yeah, it is Rudy's best hero. I think it's what he dominates his pubs with. It's very fascinating, and I've never seen anyone else play Enigma mid. So really, really cool, actually, to get to see this live. We should always watch Rudy's replays alone, right? In my room.
Is that so?
Yeah.
Interesting.
That's what I call it. Right in there, Rudy's.
You know, he just streams, right? You could just watch a stream. You don't have to keep using the replay function.
Sorry, what?
He streams.
That's where I get my replays from. That's the VODs.
Oh, okay.
I can't watch him live because I'm an SCA, right? And I can't have Friday Night Rudy's because he never streams on Fridays.
Was that so?
Yeah.
How do you know that?
Specifically, that's the day he doesn't stream.
That's the day he doesn't stream? Apparently.
It's not stream day.
It's a rest day for him.
It is the rest day.
You can only play so much Enigma mid.
Yeah, it's true. And it sucks on Fridays especially, right? Because the Avalons are out partying.
Yep. Didn't actually get to play his last game either with Arkash Gaming, as he had Dendi stand in for them.
No, it's true, actually. I forgot about that.
Yeah, Dendi was the twice stand-in for Arkosh Gaming.
Timado. Nice body blocks by Dubu. And he has a creep now as well, which will reduce Davai Lama's region. Timado will survive this small skull. It's not going to be enough. And now actually Dubu's in trouble. Dubu's being chased down in the trees. There's also a kill up top that's trying to happen. And mid, the puck is almost sacrificing himself. Eves in trouble. Saberlight doesn't get the last hit. In fact, Sunny Boy and Eves now going down on Saberlight. Or bringing down Saberlight, sorry. That's Dubu. It's a late night, I'm sorry about that. Dubu also gets killed off by Davai Lama and his Death Pulse.
Oh, yes, indeed.
I just added two concepts together, okay?
Yep.
It was a Freudian slip. No,
yes,
it was not a Freudian slip.
Yes, I think
it was just a
Freudian
slip. As Reddit says, I don't speak English well.
I can't believe you actually Freudian slipped a Freudian slip. What an absolute enigma you are.
Oh my god, I wish it was more about Bristleback. Sam, me, boy, trying to find Mumiander.
I do like how he's got Sam, me.
Oh right, I didn't even see that. I was actually just...
And then this is Yami.
Right, yeah. But I think his official name was changed to Eves now, completely. I'm pretty sure. I remember seeing the whole conversation about it, because someone was calling him Ives, and he refuses that.
I was looking around the rest of Wildcard to see if they all had like Sammy Boy and some, just kind of spelled out.
That would have been really fun. Yeah. If you join all of them together, you create Sammy Boy. That's why he's wearing the Power Rangers clockwork, right?
Oh, this is my favorite clockwork set.
It is a great clockwork.
He's very cute.
Yeah, Sammy Boy has good taste.
But no, it's just plain old Rudy here right now for Wildcard Game. But he does have the fan pack at least purchased, so that's a good start for him, I'd say. Hard to kick him when he's put in $20 for the team. Chipped in. He's paying his own salary.
Why? How so?
He's got the supporter pack.
Oh, right.
Bad optics.
$20? Is that really how much it costs the max level?
Actually, I don't know. I'm used to paying and ring it, right?
Yeah, it's true. That's why I don't know. I don't know how much dollars are worth these days. There's no Dream Call, though. It's interesting rotation at level 5. His mid lane is a little bit tough.
Might be good enough, though. They're looking for Davai Lama. Yeah, there he goes.
Good kill. I think that's what you got to do with Enigma, because there's no way you're kicking Enigma out of the lane, so you might as well rotate elsewhere, right? And I think that gives him level 6 on the puck.
Yeah.
No, not
quite. Quite close, but of course Rudy with 23 denies.
Yeah, most of those are not just the Adelan conversions, right? They're just actually Adelan's last
real denies. Yeah.
I mean, imagine when you actually play Enigma this much, you must be the best Eidolon last hitter in the world. I think he does the animation canceling with Eidolons, doesn't he? Which is kind of hard to do.
I'll take a look here.
We'll see when he last hits. Good coordination on them as well. Look at this. It's like swimmers. The synchronized swimmers.
Ah, yes. Quite famous. The swimmers.
I know it's late night.
Everyone refers to them just as the swimmers.
Is that not what people call them?
Oh, do you want to go see the swimmers today?
The swim team? I mean, they only go in the Olympics, right? Or they have other competitions?
They must have other meets and competitions.
I don't know.
How else do they choose the people to go to the Olympics?
I thought it was just by chance. And they always happen to be really good at their jobs.
Yeah.
Timado is a level above Davai Lama. In fact, he might get Warpath before Davai Lama gets Reaper Sight. I think so.
Yeah.
If that is the case, I feel like Davai Lama could die here.
Yeah,
Utilize that level 6 spike.
He's definitely getting.
I think Bryle should rotate. He goes for Alex first. Okay, yeah, definitely Davai Lama is a better choice. Davai Lama's kind of slow. There's the Pantheons coming into play. Hill Troll, nice usage there of the Ensnare. As we start the Waning Rift and the Dream Cold just in case. They save him with a Cold Embrace. Timado not going to stop those Coil Sprays. Instead, trying to get as much damage as possible with Bryle getting the last kill. Well done, Bryle. Really good rotations, making sure the Enigma mid, doesn't have as much impact as you'd like to. It doesn't at least deny your lane. As Sammy Boy now in the top lane against Saberlight. We're hoping Battery Assault, slowing down Saberlight. Oh no, the creeps! The creeps body blocked him momentarily, and that almost allowed Yves to get this kill.
Yeah, rotation top is for Moonmeander as he returns to the lane. And there is going to be the Warpath now activated for the Bristleback on the Warpath. As Davai Lama does return to lane, he's going to get a big boost of XP. Yeah, I think Alex considering staying outside of XP range, but can't resist. Can't resist.
Your inner 4 comes in. Right.
And that's the sweet, sweet dose of experience. Big old boost.
Okay, Sammy Boy, that's a great time for the line. It is one of my favorite lines of all time. I think it's actually
Rudy. That's not the right.
No, Rudy, come on.
Rudy, no.
Come on, use the right
can't you tell? They're going in order. It's 5 and then 4 and then Davai Lama, and this is where Rudy's supposed to go. But no, Yves has to go instead.
Come on, Rudy, say the line.
It's too late. You only have 2 all chat lines.
Okay.
You really messed it up. Rudy, you only got 1 more of those before you're kicked.
Honestly, I mean, what a disrespect. Great line, though. Kudos to Wildcard for thinking that. It's very creative as well. It's really different from the current line meta that we're seeing.
Oh, for sure.
Which is just Japanese voice line, or sorry, Wii voice lines, I guess is the better way to say it.
Is it?
I think that's the meta.
Okay.
Right? A lot of the IIIs. Oh, the ooh but Into the Breach is also pretty good.
Ah, yes.
Breaking
Gareth's ooh.
I mean, it really isn't Gareth. He texted us to say that.
He wanted to get ahead of it. It's not
did.
Gareth.
Timado, okay. Timado's gonna lose his courier here. I'm not really sure if that was the best of plays, but he has Warpath, so Alex could be in trouble. Ryle once again just living rent-free in this bottom lane. He has squatter's rights at this point, and he'll kill anyone that disturbs his slumber.
Yeah, I mean, he's not going to make a go at Rudy mid lane. Rudy very eager, probably knows the exact HP. He can kill someone with Black Hole and Eidolons, especially with these greater Eidolons. Dire Eidolons, pardon me, is what they upgrade into. Oh, okay. I think there ought to be an even greater Eidolon upgrade, to be completely honest with you. As well, Rudy's already taken the tier 1, by the way, mid lane. That's all the rotating that Puck's had to do.
Okay, Puck avoids a Splinter Blast. I agree. I would love to see another Eidolon change. That could be actually a shard eventually added to it. That would have been really nice. As Timado. We go back to him in the bottom lane. He hasn't left us lane. We talked about this earlier. I think it was the Gaming Gladiators game, right? One of the strengths of Bristleback is being able to stay in the lane as much as he likes, right? Compared to other carries, similar to Lifestealer, right? He is one of the few carries that can actually withstand the power spike of an offlaner, and Necrophos was unable to kick him out, which is a big deal, because at least you can utilize his full strength. Earlier today, when Beastmaster was playing against Bristleback, they kicked him out of lane, and it didn't feel as impactful. As here, Sandboy could be in trouble. He's inside the cogs, though, and Moon Meander himself taking a lot of damage. Sandboy decided to sacrifice himself for the team, and unfortunately, the Hand of God will make his attempt to kill off. Sorry, to kill off Moon Meander, null and void.
Does that Acorn Shot do less damage the more it bounces? Is that what I just saw? Or were those Eidolons just on our tower, so they're very tanky?
I didn't know they did most damage. I didn't think so.
No, it was just really weird. I mean, the first Eidolon got really destroyed by it.
Right. It's only 100 damage as well. I always thought it should have been based on the Acorn's damage, right? Or the Warpine Raider's damage. Feels like it doesn't scale with Enchant or with Holy Persuasion.
I think you're asking for a terrible meta if that's what you want, to be honest. Bryle in trouble. I don't think that's quite enough damage. Oh, and I think the wagon prevented the curse from ending prematurely, and I think that was not calculated correctly by Davai Lama. And now he is going to be 1 with nothing as he is killed off with the Saberlight rotation. Getting 2-for-1 special as well, as Alex will fall alongside him.
Yeah, that makes sense. I was wondering what happened there. Yeah, he must have thought there were no creeps around, and that's why he used the Reaper Scythe onto the Winter's Curse. Not a common play we see, but that does screw over an early power spike for them. I feel like TSM has a kind of free early game. You've killed the Necrophos, right? Bristleback stayed in lane longer than he should have. Puck recovered okay, considering the Enigma lane. And you also have a Bristleback and Razor, both of which are really farmed. I'd expect them to start pushing top next if they can. Probably put in, honestly, both of their cores there. But for now, it's just Razor taking care of bottom. Saberlight just farming freely, making sure no big moves are made by Wildcard yet.
Yep, he just wants the Egg Scepter. Motto, a pretty good candidate to farm here in the mid lane as well, especially because, of course, the tier 1 tower is taken, so they need a tankier hero who can sustain a bit of a bruising before TPs are able to reach him, and some rotations can make it there. Going for Van Hood as well on the Bristleback, just looking to tank up as much as needed in the early game, but will slightly delay his Egg Scepter timing.
Yeah. Yeah, it's rare to see these days to go for Van Hood on Bristleback, but I think this game you kind of have to go for the Hood, considering Midnight Pulse is no longer pure, right? So you want to prevent some of that damage. Same with the Reaper Scythe. It's a good idea. And Vanguard, also a necessity against the towers, against Weaver.
Against the Eidolons.
Eidolons, yeah. Yeah, so I don't think Dimado can get away with Ags. I like it, though. I like that he's not being stubborn and going for the typical build and trying to just be a little bit tankier on Bristleback. It will delay his activation, which means the rest of his team has to work harder for this.
Oh, and first item Orchid as well for Rudy. A common pickup for him, of course, now can threaten the Puck a bit. Bryle having more or less a freer Puck game unless they want to commit one of the bigger ultis onto him. Now they can look to set those up relatively easily without having to commit something major. Divine Llama, though, really looking to get something started, and specifically the ball rolling here with this smoke play. He's had the Vessel just recently upgraded as the courier reaches in, but no charges, so it was the urn that never got dusty. Very clean urn for him this game, spotless.
Timado's going to be found out here, though. Hookshot, nice. With the Orchid, they have enough damage to bring him down. That Hooded Defiance is really coming into play, but unfortunately with 4 heroes and a Reaper Scythe, there's nothing that Timado can do to survive this. Good early gank by Wildcard Gaming, and because of Rudy, they've also been putting a lot of power pressure, so they can't turn this into their game completely. TSM will take a little bit too long to get online, so this is Wildcard's window opportunity.
Yep, Sammy looking to maybe farm up a couple of the Chen creeps, but we'll struggle to catch up to them. Saberlight at least able to freely farm a little bit more in the bottom lane, so he's getting ever closer to the BKB. He's about to finish that one off, and about 1,000 golds. And, oh, actually, it's no longer Van Hood, it's just Hood. Straight into BKB then. Or, sorry, Acceptor.
Fair enough, you realize Van Hood may be a little bit too slow, and there's no plays you're going to make with the Vanguard early. I wouldn't have disagreed if it went for Vanguard, but I think this might be the best adjustment to the game you can make right now. Sammy Boy, now stuck with a bunch of creeps. This is not where you want to be as a Clockwork, even when the Battle Assault changes, so he... Unfortunately, Witchblade will kill him off.
What is that? What was that theme?
It's the Shinjuku no Kyojin theme.
Ah, okay.
Attack on Titan, sorry, for the
non-leagues. Oh, for literally most people that watch the show.
I just want to point out that if you watch anime, you say the Japanese name because people sometimes watch it in different languages, and you say the Japanese name, everyone understands you, and you don't exclude people that are not English speakers.
Yeah. I forgot we're listening to the Japanese cast of this Dota2 NA qualifier match, right?
The creeps are not making this one alive. There's the Midnight Pulse. They also got rid of 3 of the Cobalt Taskmasters on his last legs, and Splinter Blast will finish it off. So unfortunately, those creeps die. Much like any sort of culture in this cast.
Sayonara, creeps.
Oh god, no. Don't even attempt it, Baka. Anyway, Rudy, with the Blink Dagger, I think that's going to be the item they're going to be playing around, it seems like, right, for Wildcard. And maybe just wait it up. He's been farming really fast. So just wait for the Blink Dagger and start forcing team fights. The Weaver's been really active. I think we see this a lot from like Parker, for example, in South America. Like really early rotations on Weaver. Maelstrom is a very dual item in that sense, so you can farm and fight with it. But I don't think you want to force too much against a Puck after all. They do have a really good team fight on them. Ryle. We'll see Sam. Okay. Sammy Boy, once again. And he's been leashed. The Boulder Smash, the Yo-Yo of Death. Sammy Boy is going to die here. Alex becomes a ward.
Ryle runs into
Winter's Curse. Yeah, kind of worked out for them overall. But Moon Meander's having none of this. He wants to find Alex.
So opens into Black Hole. You got this game from Rudy. He's really waiting quite patiently to use it. And Saberlight as well. Impatient as it's his BKB that's on the way to him now. Could look to turn the fight as they're without Winter's Curse here. With the Reaper Scythe ready. TSM are not going to look to get too fancy here, especially while that Tier 1 tower is still up. So they release the Chen army, sick it onto the Tier 1 tower, and down it goes.
Okay, big objective for TSM. Breaking the Tier 1 opens up the enemy jungle. You've already taken the Tier 1 up top as well. And it does kind of equalize a game where the enemy team has an Enigma, so they should have the better push anyway. Which is a really big deal here for TSM, as they also fight Sammy Boy once again. There's the hook shot onto 2. Pretty nicely done by Sammy Boy, but unfortunately he's now being leashed, taken for a walk, and this walk seems a little bit painful. However, Saberlight gets stunned. He can't deal any more damage, with Whitey Mado takes the reins here, finishing off Sammy Boy. Now going for the White Llama, but a great black hole by Rudy will be turning this around. It seems like a Saberlight in trouble. He's going to fall. Rudy now running away, though. Dream Call equally as good as the black hole, but catching one more hero, and this will allow them to finish off the White Llama, Rudy, Alex, and now finally, hopefully, Eves, as Timado falls to Eves Shikuchi. Bryle's committing for this. They want the team wipe, and they will find it.
Yeah, wow, kind of even really forcing that, but that's the first fight with that Acceptor, first fight with BKB. And there's no Winter's Curse there for Wildcard Gaming, nor a Clockwork, so all signs were pointing for TSM to take the fight, and they do manage to come out on top, if just barely here. Ryle immediately put his pedal to the metal, though, as he actually drops the Blink Dagger from his stash into the inventory of Moon Meander, who TPs in instantly. So he's ready to go yet again and might look to make an aggressive move on whatever shows mid, but probably not against the Necro. Kind of a hard kill. Yeah. or at least not committing too hard. But that's the Blink Dagger now ready to go for Bryle, and a good team fight there for TSM FTX. Expensive, a bit of a costly one, but Wildcard Gaming, I think, are going to struggle a little bit more, seeing as they're a bit more reliant on their stronger teamfight cooldowns to actually fight around the power spikes of the Bristle Ags and the Saberlight BKB.
Yeah, so now they've hit their own power spikes, right? I think maybe waiting for the Blink Dagger ending was a little bit too slow maybe for Wildcard, or they couldn't use this early power spike as much as they'd like to, and now they're on the back foot once again against a Bristleback Razor. Especially when this Roche falling so quickly. Oh. Davai Lama, he's in a pickle. Oh, he turns himself green to make sure he can get out of this pickle. Is that going to work out? Winter's Curse as well to reset the fight. Moonmeander gets stunned in the middle of this, but Sandboy misses the hook shot. His teammates actually avoided the hook shot, so he couldn't go over to them. That is not the teammates you want.
Nope, unfortunately, they're just hardwired to avoid skill shots, and there we go. Sammy Boy unable to connect there is going to fall. It's going to be then an easy Roche for TSM FTX. They will smoke up and potentially even look for more. Again, still playing on the back of these shorter and I mean longer cooldowns anyway for Wildcard, shorter cooldowns for TSM FTX. Rudy, a minute until he's got Black Hole. There is the level 2 Reaper Scythe at the ready, and a good stun for Moon Meander will likely set up for the kill here onto Davai Lama, although he is quite tanky. Wyvern is well scouted in the trees. They cut through Davai Lama with the Plasma Field. Second kill here onto Alex. Should be momentarily. Moon Meander, though, is going to die before he can at least pick up that extra urn charge. Rudy threatening for the Black Hole, but doesn't quite happen for another 30 seconds, so he will blink away. He can really only watch Alex fall to Bryle.
He was thinking, maybe if I use Midnight Pulse, they'll think it's Black Hole and they'll run away, but unfortunately, they knew it was on cooldown. Sandboy, once again, I'm not going to do the theme song again, so we don't get this bit the second time, but Sandboy seems like he's in trouble. He's been hit by Viscous Missile Glue enough times, and one last hit will bring him down.
Yep. Nice job there, casually by Yves joining the fight, not really committing super hard, just getting a little bit of assist gold onto the kill for the Earth Spirit. And he's going to immediately return to farm up that Black King bar. Needs to make sure that, of course, that he's not going to simply die to Puck, pretty much. That is going to be the biggest threat to him. BKB also allows him to basically ignore the Earth Spirits consistently. So, Davai Lama?
Okay.
He's fine, he's fine.
It's working out for now. Timado has round 2, though. In fact, round 2 is happening behind them. As...
Oh, that was
Rudy,
Black Hole
he used the Black Hole and got cancelled by the Dream Call. I can only presume as Rudy being run down by Timado. They tip him after they kill him. Alex is in trouble now. There's the Winter's Curse, however, hoping to reset the fight. Timado is tanky enough, also has the Aegis, and that's going to be his first life taken away from the Reaper Scythe. Sandboy goes on for the puck. Phase shifted. Oh no, he jaunted away actually, which allows him to survive this. Bryle now being hunted down by Yves, though, as the Davai Lama has been sold off the field. Put Moon Meander as well with a Boulder Smash, helps with the slows, and this keeps everyone in Wildcard in place, so Saberlight can just mow them down. However, Yves still strong. Yves, unfortunately, not strong enough, as Timado just kills him with auto attacks and quill sprays.
Yeah, it's a pretty close fight, especially there with Bryle dying towards the tail end of it. But Wildcard Gaming are still going to end up on the losing side of this. I don't suspect that was a 20-second long hookshot stun. That's probably a bug there onto Bryle, but a very effective Weaver initiation.
What does that say?
What? You missed it. It said hookshot. You can't reopen them for some reason.
Oh, interesting.
Let me try, maybe. Yeah.
Oh, I see. I didn't know that was a stun bar.
Yeah, no, this is super useful, actually. This is correct, and then sometimes they completely
it's the
break.
range of the hookshot's what it's indicating to you,
yeah,
right?
yeah.
That's how far the hookshot
well,
had
it's
to go.
because that's what happens if you do the Japanese hookshot. It's much more effective. The attention to detail,
Japanese.
the craftsmanship, you know.
Okay, the show is Japanese, but the hookshot can be from anywhere. Anyway, I'm gonna fight Moon Meander.
Or are they? Oh, nice blink.
They
out.
are. Yves is gonna chase after him. The damage from Yves is really high. The
Oh,
Swarm might just kill him,
no.
actually. The Athlons are chasing after him. Come on, Moon. Get the bug off. But there's a new bug coming for him. However, he's been silenced. Bugs can't speak. Yves loses his life. And Timado knows no chill.
Oh, no, he does
ignores the tower. He realizes there should go back for the tower. Oh, oops, I missed something.
He really wants to just force ultis,
Yeah,
right?
he
He knows that Wildcard Gaming, I mean, they've just lost their core. Maybe a little bit of panic setting in, but nope. Wildcard Gaming are going to keep things right now as cool as a cucumber.
Love that you mentioned panic, because this is really reminiscent of Pure's performance in the Bristleback. Like, not caring, right? And going forward, Bryle now finding the Enigma. Unfortunately, he needs a little bit more damage. Or teammates, that would be good too. However, the only teammate he finds is Sameboy. And with the Reaper's Sight, they punish Bryle. Rudy still not knowing what voice line to use, but it's okay. He'll figure it out. Sameboy, called embraced, killed off once again by Timado. But Rudy gets away with his life. 16 seconds till the next black hole.
Yeah, and they might look to try and turn there, especially with the Weaver respawning in half that duration. Right now, Timado just going to heal up a bit. He's got himself the upgraded and full Eternal Shroud, so no BKB for him. Feels quite confident with that, and a Lotus for the Dispel that he might be able to get some damage down. And honestly, again, not a really great team to buy a BKB against, if I'm being completely honest with you, right? Lots of their abilities still going to be going through the Magic community, especially the lockdown components, right? Which is the problem for Bristleback.
I still think it's important just to get rid of the, honestly, Necro. It's mainly just Necro.
Yeah.
I guess to a degree, Cogs is also a bit of a nuisance.
The Death Seeker can be annoying, but you can still shoot your quills out at the very least. Rudy can't threaten for the Black Hole, but he's blinked back. So there's a good Winter's Curse that's going to hold on to Timalo and likely Moon Meander, but Saberlight kicking them this fight off now in favor of TSM. Hookshot from behind, though, actually. Saberboy from the triangle. Saberlight a bit too tanky, especially with the BKB active, has stolen 75 damage, will chase for the kill onto Saberboy, but luckily the Cold Embrace is there to save him as Bryle's on the way in. He's actually been caught by the silence of Rudy and killed off thanks to the Death Seeker.
There you go.
Tip from Yves, and now Saberboy will pile on.
That wasn't... But well done. Actually, I thought it was Rudy that should have tipped him because that Orchid was on point. You know, that pickup was mainly for the puck.
Rudy might be out of tips. I've watched his stream a couple of times.
Oh, yeah, that's fair enough. That's fair enough. Don't you have unlimited tips in lobbies?
You do. No. You only have unlimited tips if you have at least 3 left.
Oh, okay. So you have at least 3 left.
Yeah, because you're still limited to your 3 tips per game and your 10 per week.
Oh, so okay.
But obviously, Dota is a silly game and stats
so
are
lobbies don't count for 10 per week then?
No, not at all. No, that's why you have lots of tips in a best-of-5 series, for example.
That makes sense. I never considered that, yes.
Yeah, it's because progress is not saved in practice. It's considered a practice lobby, but obviously it's not sent and updated to the Dota2 matchmaking servers in that way. So, you know, all of your rewards. Same thing, like every now and then you'll hear the Dota Plus, you know, quest complete sound effect. That doesn't count either for these guys.
One of my favorite things.
It is pretty funny, especially like after like a really nice play, you just hear like the little cha-ching. Yeah. And they, plus now he's going to get a level up. Now, unfortunately, it doesn't count. Can't do it in private lobbies.
There you go. You might not learn anything about Dota from us, but you'll learn a lot of things.
You will learn about Dota 2 matchmaking.
Yeah, there you go. I mean, those fights went okay. You still don't have a solution for Timado. I think also that's why the BKBs are useful for both Bristleback and Razor. Like, a lot of percentage-based damage is going to be countered by the BKB. Let's not forget Reaper Scythe.
Off a fight here.
Does no longer pierce
really
BKB.
Good vision.
Yeah, that is good vision, and that's a pretty good Winter's Curse. Can they set up on Saberlight with this? Actually, don't really have much set up besides Swarm, but Swarm is enough. Unless Yves just runs away. He is losing a lot of damage here, and in fact, the Orchid on behind, or the Waning Wave rather, on Rudy, who still has the Black Hole. They have to be a little bit careful with him, but Timado doesn't seem to care. Finding him in the pulse. Sameboy goes actually for Saberlight, keeping him in the cogs. They need more damage, though. Sameboy actually gonna kill him alone, or with a little bit of help from Yves. That Blade Mill working wonders here, as Sameboy finally falls here. Timado trying to finish off this Weaver. That BKB about to run out. Won't matter though, as long as you have another Shukuchi, and Timado is just not fast enough to kill off this pesky bug. Unfortunately, the rest of Wildcard will fall around him, and TSM will only lose 2 heroes.
Yeah, I mean, that was basically Bryle holding back all of the rest of Wildcard Gaming and basically soloing the Rudy Enigma. A very fortuitous haste rune there is going to end up spawning in, and it's the only reason this is not a team wipe in favor of TSM FTX, but really, really strong positioning from TSM. And may I just remind everyone that was a fight that TSM took right underneath not 1, but 2 wildcard wards in this mid lane. So just really good awareness of TSM of how they needed to approach that fight. Very good spellcasting, especially from Bryle, who has a Lincoln Sphere and the Blink Dagger, but with those 2 items, felt like he was just tap dancing around all of Wildcard Gaming. No chance for Rudy, however, to get off a Black Hole, and Winter's Curse is ready to go yet again. Wildcard Gaming didn't really get the chance to use too many of their teamfight abilities there, and could likely make another go here at TSM FTX if, for example, they try and go for Roche. The D-Ward finally going to come through. TSM are like, oh my god, we really took that fight when they had a ward underneath us the whole time. Yeah. I was just as impressed.
Worked really well. We have Death find Sameboy.
Blade Mouth finish for him.
Fly away, Sameboy. Fly away.
Yep, I don't quite see him either. Boy likely to escape here. They didn't really start Roche too much. Got an Ag Shard as well. I think Moon Meander's a pretty good person to give that to. Perhaps the Razor you want to give this one to. This Bristle already has his, of course. Oh, Bryles dies.
Yeah, he does. Meander also joining him.
This was very aggressive. All for a kill on a Sammy Boy.
And they're not going to find it either. However, they do lose Roche in exchange, so I think it's not that big a deal. Who gets Shard, Saberlight? People are starting to value this Shard more for the Razor. I like it. I think it's a very strong Shard. Always thought it was fantastic. This game particularly against a couple of target spells against them, really useful.
Oh, look at this.
Mage Slayer.
Yeah, it's just a casual Mage Slayer as well.
I am fascinated by his build, right? It's like a kind of a hybrid bristle. Like the Lotus Orb is much more common on, say, offlane bristles than you see on the carry bristles. Usually you'll see like ACs, you know, these kind of items. Satanic is very common, Basher is very common, but this build is like somewhere in between.
I wouldn't really mind the AC actually, but again, I just think it's because BKB just doesn't feel like good this game for him.
No, I'm not against it, mind you. I think it's a good build, actually.
No,
I just think it's fascinating I went for this somewhere in between.
Yeah,
Shawl as well.
I get that. I just want to reiterate the point because, again, it is a very non-standard build for Bristle. But I do like
Bristle
what he's
carry,
proposing.
mind you.
Yeah.
Mage Slayer I've never seen in general. I wonder if that's going to be a Bloodthorn eventually.
Could be, right? I don't think that's by any means a weak item, but also just reducing Rudy's output basically by 35%. Seems quite strong here as they are setting up invading on Eves, and they have caught him with a stun. He has BKB and a time lapse. A good silence here, though, as a second roll for Moon Meander will connect, allowing Saberlight to start stealing some damage. Oh, and the puck from Bryles, he collocates him perfectly. Do they have the physical damage? No. They do not, to cancel that BKB TP away. That is now at least a BKB forced from the Weaver. Look to get now extra aggressive. No time lapse for, well, only 30 seconds, but no BKB is going to be a bigger deal. Sammy Boy, yet again, has drawn the ire of Bryle.
Yeah, Sammy Boy has drawn the ire of a lot of people this match. That Blade Mill, honestly, usually I'm not a fan of Blade Mill Clockwork, but I think this game has actually been so impactful. Look how much damage Bryle and Razor too. They have a lot of Bristleback to a degree. Chen is being body blocked by his own creeps, I believe, and the Swarm is going to kill him off. Oh, and a cut to save himself from the Swarm, but the Splinter Blast still hits him. Dubu just trying to live at this point, and unfortunately he's not going to get the chance to. But he dies so quickly it allows Timado to keep on hitting. However, everyone is TPing in Timado's face because they know exactly how weak Dubu is.
Yep, now he immediately queues up the Basher. He is very upset with that. I have to want to deal with that. Saberlight's going to recover the creep wave back down bottom. Maybe even try and... Well, no, it looks like he's just making a beeline for the creep wave, to be honest. Rudy's being a little bit annoying down here, to be certain. Continuing to cut waves. As Timado says, I feel strong. I'm going high ground. Very quickly realizes that may just be a free Aegis for Wildcard Gaming.
I mean, a free... Oh, like a free... Taking the Aegis from Timado. Okay.
He's about to hit level 25.
Yep.
My gosh, he's farmed. And
now he's finally going for the bash. That's going to be first somewhat carry item. I'm okay with him not turning the Mage Slayer into Bloodthorn, by the way. I don't think it's that necessary. Look at that. He even stacks ultimate efficiency at 31 minutes in.
Yeah, it's free money, right?
No, it is. It is. It's the right way to play.
Turn
Rocket
that
Flare,
down.
that's steal. No. Rudy is cutting waves with the Eidolons. That's something you can do. You can play the Enigma, especially with the travel boots. Kind of like an MP, a little bit better. Level 25 though, I think Wildcard is screwed. That is such a immense power spike on this hero.
What do you mean? Plus 600 damage feels very balanced.
Right.
I mean, see, look, he has to hit the creeps twice.
How much damage does Warpath actually give you per stack? 60. Oh my god. Yeah. All right, I should have done the division. I'm so stupid.
No, that's okay. It wasn't your alarm clock in the morning, so you had no idea.
Yeah, that's true. Actually, that's multiplication though.
Oh, he's got the casual Cloak of Flames as well. Not bad.
Yeah, the extra magic.
By the way, are you saying that multiplication and division are complete opposite operators?
Yeah, actually, one's easier than the other for me.
Really?
Yeah. Rather than multiply and divide. Because I'm not one person to like take away from people, right? I'd rather just add.
Sure. Sure you would.
Okay, they're just, I guess, forcing this tower push down bottom, but they're annoyed by Rudy, who keeps on cutting the wave, which is why they're going to try to kill him. I don't think you use Black Hole here, because there's no follow-up. Rudy will just dance until he dies. Yeah, that's something that Rudy has, is a great spirit.
Yeah, that is
has
very
6
true.
of them, actually.
I don't understand. 6?
Eidolons are like spirits, right?
Oh.
At least that's how I was on them. They look like ghosts. Divide Llama. Oh, he's been bashed. There's actually a chance he dies here. Hook shot from behind. Sandboy catches Dubu.
Saberlight also
Hurricane
is on the
will
high
save him
ground.
though. That's the Hurricane saving him. However, there's still the Winter Scars. They really just want to kill Dubu. Reaper Scythe will get rid of Timado's first life. Now the Aegis was about to expire though. And Dubu refuses to die. There's the black hole. Second life of Timado. Someone help him, please. Timado, is he tanky enough? As they kill off the Winter Wyvern in the back lines. Timado trying to get out of this Midnight Pulse. It's going to work out for him. Silence up is the Weaver. Timado kills off Rudy. And now the Weaver does get off. The time lapse Eves could be in trouble herself. We need some bash. Something like that. A stun, a silence, anything. There we go. Waiting Rift will do the trick. That will allow them to force Eves into the buyback. Moon Meander rolls himself to safety. However, the Gleipnir still hits.
Oh no!
Blocked by Alex. And Bryle immediately tips Sammy Boy. He's been waiting for that the whole game.
Oh my lord. That was so fast for Bryle. I gotta respect him for that.
He heard that and he knew exactly what just happened.
Oh, there he goes. He got a little bit aggressive there. Unfortunately, he's gonna miss on that. There you go, Sammy. Don't worry, Sammy. I caught that. I zoomed out immediately. Some comedic timing there. I do love the physical acting. You know, it's like watching a silent movie sometimes when we get to watch the players react, which is simply just their heroes, and occasionally a voice line and or a tip. But Timado is going to demolish 2 full lanes of the bear because Sammy Boy runs out. He actually flies out of the base with the Blade ML active. Saberlight taking him for a bit of a walk. Will leash him back down to earth as, oh my goodness, Timado with the bash there on Yves as well. Oh, he cannot even get off the time lapse. That is a dieback, and the GG is called. TSM FTX claim game number 1, best of 3 series.
Quite an overwhelming performance from Wildcard. I think Wildcard had an okay idea, right? But obviously when you force the Enigma mid, however, I don't think that's a bad pick necessarily, but it's kind of a niche pick. And they just run them down with the Bristleback. I feel like the early rotations by Bryle really prevented the Enigma mid from being as impactful as he should have been. And TSM FTX just looked at the better team overall.